Next England manager odds, who could replace Gareth Southgate after Euro 2024? Gareth Southgate is preparing for his fourth major tournament as England manager, and with his contract set to expire in December. Many people are speculating about who could replace him if he walks away after Euro 2024. Speculation stepped up a notch this week when Southgate himself admitted that it would be difficult to see him staying as England boss if they underwhelmed at this summer's tournament. As a result, the next England manager odds have been something to keep an eye on for some time. With rumors about Southgate's next job gaining momentum, and the managerial merry-go-round spinning at a dizzying pace. England's moves off the pitch are getting almost as much attention as events on it. Next England manager odds, latest news. Graham Potter turns down Ajax. It is now well over a year since Graham Potter was sacked by Chelsea. However, the 48-year-old still has not taken on another job. Although Potter's tenure at Stamford Bridge was poor, it has not been enough to turn potential suitors away, with his strong record from Brighton Hove Albion giving the Englishman plenty of credit in the bank. Potter was offered the Leicester City hot seat almost immediately after his Chelsea departure, but he turned them down, although the Foxes are expected to return for the former Swansea City boss now that Enzo Maresca has departed incidentally for Chelsea. Most recently, Potter held discussions with Dutch giants Ajax, but the Englishman turned them down. Is he waiting for the Three Lions call? Gareth Southgate to Manchester United no longer an option. Manchester United have been linked with countless players and almost as many managers since Sir Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos Group took over the running of football operations at the club. The new minority owner is keen to overhaul a number of aspects at the 20-time English champions, and reports suggested that Gareth Southgate was one of his top choices to replace the incumbent Erik ten Hag. However, the news that the Red Devils have instead decided to stick with ten Hag and offer him a new contract appears to have ended speculation that Southgate could switch England for Old Trafford. No matter one's opinion on Southgate's England tenure, the 48-year-old has successfully detoxified the England camp and improved the culture around the national team. After a Premier League worst finish of 8th in 2023-24, United could have arguably done with a similar cultural reset, while Southgate has worked extensively with incoming United Supremo Dan Ashworth too. Southgate will now have to look elsewhere for his next job if he leaves England this summer. Though, with Man United now settled on ten Hag again for the foreseeable future. Next England manager odds, current outrights. Eddie Howe, 4-1. Howe would be a logical, likely first choice for the next England manager and has been linked with the role since his time at Bournemouth. The FA have a clear preference for hiring Englishmen after the Fabio Capello experiment went badly in the early 2010s, and Howe is the best English manager currently working. Howe is widely considered to have been a success at Newcastle. But there is a slim chance the 46-year-old could be available soon, as the Magpies failed to qualify for any European competition in 2024-25. It would be harsh, but Newcastle may feel they could upgrade on Howe going into next season. And both the FA and Howe are likely aware of this precarity. If Howe leaves St James Park, England will likely try everything to bring him to St George's Park. Mauricio Pochettino, 4-1. England, like many other national sides around the globe, may not have the luxury of being able to pick any manager they like to lead them, and may have to settle for who is available. One manager made available very recently is Mauricio Pochettino, who mutually parted ways with Chelsea at the end of the season, despite returning the Blues to European football. On many levels, Pochettino would make a lot of sense. Firstly, Pochettino knows the English game incredibly well, having managed over 400 Premier League matches, while the former Spurs boss also has existing relationships with several key England men, like Harry Kane, Cole Palmer and Reece James. Pochettino would also satiate the supporters' desire for attacking football, with his Chelsea side scoring plenty, despite their other struggles. He is also a very well-respected man-manager, who could maintain the feel-good atmosphere established by Southgate. The biggest obstacle to appointing Pochettino is arguably his passport. The 52-year-old is Argentinian, making him part of a nation with which England share a checkered relationship with, on and off the pitch. Episodes such as the 1986 Hand of God incident and Diego Simeone's theatrics in 1998 after a floored David Beckham's rash reaction to his taunting could make his appointment a difficult one in football's political sphere. Graham Potter, 6 out of 1. Graham Potter has long been considered a strong candidate to replace Gareth Southgate if the current England boss decides to walk away in the summer. Potter is available. Having not worked since his Chelsea departure, though as mentioned above, the former Brighton manager seems to be very selective over his next job, having been burnt at Chelsea. This explains the lengthening of his odds in recent weeks, as other candidates have emerged. However, Potter will have learned from the pressures of being at a big club, and the feeling is that he would be better equipped if he gets another chance at a similar-sized job. Potter is still highly admired throughout the English game for his transformation of Brighton. Possessing an excellent eye for detail, Potter is known for being meticulous in his preparation for all phases of play to try and dominate opponents. Along with forward-thinking man management and flexible, tactical intelligence. Other than his willingness, the biggest question mark over Potter's appointment would be if his approach could translate to international management. Contact with players is far less frequent on the international scene, leading to less time to develop relationships and implement complex tactical ideas. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.